The Philadelphia Eagles aren't just making moves, they are building a fortress in the trenches. While the rest of the league is sleeping, Howie Roseman just pulled off a massive 3-year, $78 million extension for the anchor of our defense, Jordan Davis. Before we break down the eye-popping numbers and what this means for our salary cap, do me a huge favor, if you bleed green and silver, hit that like button, share this with the Birds gang, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a second of our non-stop Eagles coverage. Let's talk about the cold, hard cash because Jordan Davis just got paid like the elite talent he is. We're looking at $78 million over 3 years, with a staggering $65 million of that fully guaranteed. Originally, I thought we might see something in the $15 to $20 million per year range, but the market has absolutely exploded. Davis is now pulling in an average annual value of $26 million a season, tying him with Milton Williams and making him the highest-paid nose tackle in the entire NFL. When you factor in his 5th-year option, the average sits at about $22.5 million, which is still top 10 money for a defensive tackle. The growth we've seen from this man is nothing short of legendary. Remember when he came out of Georgia as a two-down player? Those days are long gone. In 2024, something clicked, he fell in love with the grind, mastered his diet, and became a 3-down wrecking ball. Last season, he led all defensive tackles in tackles on designed runs and pressures, proving that at 6 feet 6 inches and 340 pounds, he is a freak of nature who can actually chase down quarterbacks. Vic Fangio and Clint Hurt have turned this guy into a model of consistency, and the front office clearly values his Brandon Graham-style upbeat leadership just as much as his production. Question of the day, with Jordan Davis now locked up at $26 million a year, are you comfortable paying Jalen Carter $30 million plus next season, or is the defensive line getting too expensive? Comment below and let me know if you think Howie is playing with fire. This leads us to the massive elephant in the room, Jalen Carter. There's been wild chatter about Carter being mentioned in trade talks for guys like Max Crosby, and you have to wonder if the Eagles are starting to do the math. Jalen Carter is arguably better than Davis and is going to demand a contract that could potentially overtake Chris Jones as the highest paid in the sport. Can this team really afford to pay 2 defensive tackles nearly $60 million combined? We have marquee players like Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean who are going to need their own extensions soon. Howie Roseman has always been a master of the cap, but even he has to face reality. The Eagles have spent a fortune on the offensive side of the ball, it's the most expensive unit in the league. Now, the pressure is on to draft and develop cheap talent on offense so we can afford these massive defensive contracts. If the Eagles decide that paying Carter $30 million is too much, could we see a blockbuster trade that brings back multiple first-round picks? This is a high-stakes chess match that defines championship culture. The Eagles stay relevant because they value high-character people like Jordan Davis, but they also have to be ruthless when it comes to the bottom line. We are watching a total evolution of the roster right before our eyes, and the decisions made in the next few months will determine if we stay at the top of the NFC or if the cap finally catches up to us. The NFL is a year-round beast, and with international games and rising TV ratings, the salary cap is only going to keep climbing. Jordan Davis is the first major domino to fall in what promises to be a wild free agency period. Whether we keep this defensive front together or start making shock trades to balance the books, you know the Eagles are going to be aggressive. What is your gut feeling on the Jalen Carter situation? Do we pay him or trade him for a king's ransom? The debate is heating up, and I want to hear your take. Keep those notifications on, because the news in Philly never stops. We'll see you in the next one. Go Birds!